I already do. Let's just break it down, to you and me uptown, dancing all around till the disco ball pops. But I have to be me, and everyone can see your anger is misplaced. And I'm gonna tell ya, don't hate me 'cause I get attention. Don't turn me into what I'm not. I have to be me 24/7, and I ain't never gonna stop. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no. No, oh, oh, oh. And I ain't never gonna stop. Come on. Listen to me. I've tried so many times to tell you this is as good as I can be. Why isn't it enough to be faithful and also be the hit of the party? Let's just break it down, to you and me uptown, dancing all around till the disco ball pops. But I have to be me, and everyone can see your anger is misplaced. And I'm gonna tell you, don't hate me 'cause I get attention. Don't turn me into what I'm not. I have to be me 24/7, and I ain't never gonna stop. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Never gonna stop. No, 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 no.
Hello everyone, welcome to a brand new edition of the Global Online Quiz. My name is Jelinka, it's my pleasure to be your quiz master today. And as always, I'm coming to you live from our studio in beautiful Eindhoven, the Netherlands, where as you can see, it's not just me, thank goodness. We've also got Guido, Edwin and Bob behind the buttons. They're going to be taking care of the technical end of things, and Guido is of course going to be supporting you with any questions and comments you might have on the chat. Before we get you started, I'd like to invite you to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Like if you find yourselves enjoying the quiz, and subscribe is going to help you stay updated on all of our upcoming events, of course. Help us spread the word about these events as well, guys. We're hoping that with your assistance, we're going to be able to keep hosting many more of these quizzes every other week, which is our current frequency. And if you can help us spread the word, it's going to be easier to do that. We want to grow our little global quizzing community. And speaking of that global quizzing community, Guido has made me a quick list just now of everyone who's already let us know where they are playing from on the chat today. We've got players from the Netherlands, Brazil, Canada, Austria, Malta, Serbia, Scotland, Moldova, Denmark, Italy, Luxembourg, England, Greece, Croatia, Spain, Lithuania, Ireland, Canada, South Africa, the United States, Montenegro, and Colombia. That's just what we have spotted on the chat so far. And welcome everyone, no matter where you're playing from today. Now, I did see that we have some new players as well. So before we get you started, I will, of course, explain just how we will be playing today and what we'll be doing. Most important thing to know is that today's quiz is all about the fun. You're going to be checking your own answers after every round, and you're going to be keeping score yourselves. If you are lucky enough to be in a country that is not in lockdown right now, lucky you, perhaps you're playing with multiple teams. In that case, it's really fun to swap answer sheets after every round so you can check each other's answers. Maybe you have a small competition going, then it's great to do it that way. If you want to share your team photos on social media, guys, don't forget to use this hashtag globalquiz. Or what's also really fun is you can send your team photo directly to our studio today using WhatsApp. You can access our WhatsApp very easily through this link up here. And what we would love is to see where you guys are playing from. So last time we had players playing on a beach in Colombia and even in a research station in Antarctica. Imagine that. I don't know if you guys are with us again today, but that's what we love to see. So make it personal. Show us where you're playing from, what your home setup is. So this QR code is going to take you to a website that allows you to access that WhatsApp, and it allows you to do two other things as well. You can submit your score at the end of the quiz, and finally you can make a contribution all through this link. It's going to lead you to multiple buttons that allow you to do those things. At the end of the quiz, you're going to be able to submit your final score, and we're going to add that into the global ranking, which is going to be published on Monday. And that means that you have about 36 hours after this live stream has initially aired to submit your score. So even if you're re-watching it a little bit later, you can still send in your score. And last time, I think we had over 180 teams who did that. It would be great to have an even longer list this time, so don't forget to do that at the end of the quiz. And having said that, and make it official at the end of the quiz, we do really like to see how you guys are getting on throughout the night. So a lot of teams share their score in between rounds and at the end of the quiz on the chat. Please keep doing that. We love to see how you guys are doing, but don't forget to make it official at the end there. If you guys have printed out our free answer sheets, then now would be a great time to grab them, because we're about to get this show on the road with our first round, which is a picture round. And if you're like, answer sheets, I didn't know about them, no problem. You can just grab any old piece of paper. Make sure you have a few of them, because we have 6 rounds to play. And number them 1 to 10 from top to bottom, and you will be good to go. There's one rule and one rule only in our quiz, and that is we don't allow the use of any aids other than your brain. So no Googling is what that basically means. Clearly, I can't come over there and check to see whether you're playing fairly, but I trust you all to do so. And please trust me when I say it is so much more fun that way anyway. On to the number of rounds. We have 6 today of 10 questions each. We're going to start with a picture round. We're going to play a few mixed bag rounds. We also have 2 special themed rounds, and we're going to finish on music, as always. We'll have some breaks as well, of course. After round 2 and after round 4, we're going to have a 6-minute break, which will allow you to refresh your drink and do what you need to do. And that's all your basic information, which means we've arrived at round number 1. It's time to kick you off with our picture round. So this is the wonderful warm-up round. You can earn 10 points on this one. I don't do any talking yet. I just explain the round to you and leave you to it. So here's what's going to be happening. We're about to show you photographs of 10 things, or images even, of 10 things that are named after a country, demonyms. Name the country for each image. I'm going to show you 2 examples. This dog here is an Afghan hound, so the answer here would be Afghanistan. And here we have a full English breakfast. A full English breakfast, so in this case your answer would be England. I think that clarifies it rather nicely. I hope you get the idea. So name the 10 countries. That is your task. We're going to show you the pictures twice, 15 seconds for every photo before it automatically rolls on to the next one. And then when you've seen all 10 of them, you'll get to see all 10 once again before we then go to the little miniatures that wrap up the round and reveal the answers. So I'm going to leave you guys to it. Don't forget, we want the name of the country each of these images can be linked to. I hope you enjoyed this round, and I'll see you on the other end. Okay, everyone, I hope you used your time wisely and you've thought of 10 answers. If you're in a local competition, now would be a great time to swap answer sheets, because here they come, the answers for round 1. So, first up, we saw this bowl of candy. It kind of looks like candy, doesn't it? I suppose it is in a way. This is Turkish delight. So, Turkey was our first country on the list. Next up, this rhino is not of the African variety. No, it is an Indian rhinoceros. The Indian rhinoceros, as you can tell from its rather distinct appearance. For number 3, we have a cross, and not just any old cross. This is a Maltese cross. Malta for number 3. And I know we have some players from Malta in the house. Number 4 was a movie. This movie is The Irishman. Ireland is what we were looking for. Number 5 showed you the Chinese zodiac, so China. And for number 6, that was perhaps a slightly trickier one. This jellyfish here is known as a Portuguese man of war, a very dangerous creature, and it's named after Portugal. For number 7, now this is an interesting one, because behind the scenes I was asking the boys, hey, do you know this one? And Bob said, yes, it's Polish, because it's nail polish. Like, wow, I hadn't thought of that, but I thought it was rather brilliant. So if you indeed put Poland, then go ahead, award yourselves a point. My idea was this, though. It's a French manicure that we see in this particular picture, not just nail polish. So France was my idea. But hey, Polish, yes, go for it. I accept it. Number 8, this is from the Muppets, the Swedish chef. So Sweden is the country we were looking for. For number 9, this lovely tree is a Japanese maple tree, so Japan for number 9. And last but not least, some lovely, tasty, fresh spring rolls all the way from Vietnam. Vietnamese spring rolls, Vietnam for that final point. So this was worth 1 point each, so 10 points in total. Do let us know on the chat how you got on. I'll give you a minute to calculate your score on this first round, and then we'll move on to our first mixed bag round. All right, I'm seeing some really high scores rolling in on the chat. That's great to see, guys. And it looks like you enjoyed yourselves, so that's even better to see. Here comes your first round of general knowledge, our first mixed bag round, which means a little bit of everything is coming your way. And it's a bit of a tradition that we kick off with a fun with flags question. So we'll make no exception today. Fun with flags it is. What connects the flags of Austria, Bahrain, Denmark, Japan, Poland, and Georgia, among a handful of other countries? So what connects the flags of Austria, Bahrain, Denmark, Japan, Poland, and Georgia, among a few other countries? On to question number 2. What we have here are 4 original logos, the very first logo for a few companies that have since created a new look which is a bit more famous. I think if I showed you their current logos, it would be way too easy indeed. These are all very famous companies, but can you tell which companies we're looking for based on their first ever logo? Let's have a closer look, and I'll give you some time to debate this as a team. On to question 3, which is our first picture connection for today's quiz. Can you find the single word connecting all 4 of these images? We're going to give you a closer look in a moment, of course. Find the single word which logically connects all of these images. On to a travel question for number 4. In which city can you find the affluent neighborhood Gangnam? In which city can you find the neighborhood? We see a picture taken in Gangnam. Gangnam, in which city can that be found? On to an audio question for number 5. For this one, I'm about to play you 3 short clips from hit songs. What I'm interested in is the artist or band for each one. And then as a bonus, when you've heard all 3, try to name the connection between all of these song titles. We do love our connections at the Global Online Quiz, so we've snuck one into the audio question as well. So name the artist or band for each of the songs and then try and figure out the connection between them as well. Here comes your first clip, clip A. Ooh, we have to stop it there, otherwise we would be giving away the song title, and that would make it too easy, perhaps, to figure out that connection. On to clip B we go.
Burnt lungs is our taste. Lights gone, days end. Struggling to pay rent. Long nights, strange men.
And same goes for this one. One more clip to go. Let's see if you can figure out the artist for this one as well.
I wish I could swim like dolphins can swim.
It's a nice one to finish on, I think. Have you figured out the connection yet? If not, I'll give you some time now to debate it with your teammates. On to question number 6. As you can see, it is all about Roman numerals. My question to you is this: what is the highest number you can get if you use all Roman numerals and use them only once? So what's the highest number you can achieve if you take all the Roman numerals and use them once and only once? On to question number 7. For all you football fans out there and for all the North Americans, I mean soccer, football. The only 2 players to have won the title European Footballer of the Year, and that gets you the Ballon d'Or award, which we see in the photos here, are who? So who are the only 2 players to have won the European Footballer of the Year award 3 or more times in succession? So the Ballon d'Or 3 or more times in succession. You see them here, but obviously we've covered up a rather crucial part. On to question number 8. The beach we see in this photograph became better known internationally with the popularity of a bossa nova song. It's one of the most recorded pop songs in history after George Gershwin's Summertime and Yesterday by the Beatles. Which song am I talking about? So the beach we see in this photograph became much better known internationally with the popularity of a certain bossa nova song. It's one of the most recorded songs in the world. Which song could that be? Question number 9 is one for all you art lovers out there. We've lined up 3 works of art, all inspired by the beauty of nature. Can you tell me who is the artist for each one? Half a point each on all of these questions with multiple answers. So 1.5 points just waiting to be earned. Who are the artists for each of these nature-inspired works of art? Let's have a closer look. On to our final question we go for number 10, and this is a video question we're going to finish the round on. It is a connection. That's a bit of a tradition to always finish that first round on a video connection. My question to you is, what connects all 3 of the movies we are about to show you? Now, this could be something that actually features in the movie title, but it could also be an interesting fact about these films. So try and write down everything you know about them, and hopefully the connection will pop out at you. So what connects all 3 of the films you're about to see short clips from? Let's have a look.
I can assure you I mean you no harm.
Who are you?
Who? Who is but the form following the function of what, and what I am is a man in a mask.
Well, I can see that.
Of course you can. I'm not questioning your powers of observation. I'm merely remarking upon the paradox of asking a masked man who he is.
Oh, right.
The 1,000 nations of the Persian Empire descend upon you.
What must a king do to save his world?
Instead, ask yourself, what should a free man do?
Threaten my people with slavery and death.
This is madness!
Madness. This is Sparta!
You are the first of your kind, but you're not invulnerable.
Maybe next time you can design me better. Everyone around me, they feel connected to something. Connected to something I'm not.
Okay, and that concludes round number 2. So we're going to give you a bit more time, as always, to finalize your answers. We'll do that with the handy miniatures on screen, so it's easy to revisit everything. I'll see you in exactly 90 seconds on the other end. All right, I hope you all enjoyed that first mixed bag round. Time to swap answer sheets if you are not in lockdown and lucky enough to be in a local competition. And otherwise, grab a pen. Here come the answers and you can mark your answer sheet yourselves. So for question number 1, we asked you what connects the flags of Austria, Bahrain, Denmark, Japan, Poland, and Georgia among a handful of other countries. And here are a few of those flags. As you can see, one thing they have in common is not to do with their shape, but the fact that they're all red and white. That is what connects them all. So red and white was your answer, which was worth 1 point on question 1. For number 2, we showed you those logos. The logos, can you name them all, was the question for famous companies. But this is their first ever logo and they've transformed quite a bit since. So let's have a big reveal on all 4 of them. We've got Apple, Amazon, Shell and IKEA, which has changed Very much indeed. There was really only the language to go on, which we left you a bit of in that logo. So this was, as you can see, all worth half a point, 2 points if you got all 4, which I would be mightily impressed by. On to number 3, the connection. We showed you Childish Gambino, Destiny's Child, the child from The Mandalorian, and the chef is Julia Child. So the word child was our connection between all of the images on number 3. 1 point for that one, as there's just one answer. On to number 4, where can we find Gangnam? That was our next question. Gangnam is in Seoul, and as you can see, they've even constructed this giant sculpture of the Gangnam style hands there, which I was not aware of, but I came across when I was researching this question. So Seoul in South Korea, Gangnam. For number 5, the artists were worth half a point, and then we asked you for a connection between the songs as well. So here we have the artists. We had the Red Hot Chili Peppers, we had Ed Sheeran, and finally a David Bowie song. And those songs were Californication, The A-Team, and Heroes. So the connection was they all had a television show for the title of the song. Half a point each on all of these, so again, 2 points. We're just waiting to be picked up on this question. Do let me know how many you got. The highest number you can get if you put all the Roman numerals in the ideal choreography, shall we say, and use them once and only once. MDCLXVI would be the way to go, and that gives you 1666. So MDCLXVI would be the ideal order. That's the highest number you can get using them only once. For number 7, who are hiding behind the bubbles? We've got Michel Platini, who won the award in 1983, 84, and 85, and Lionel Messi won in 2009, 10, 11, and 12. So he even won 4 in a row. This was worth half a point each, so Michel Platini and Lionel Messi. On to that beach for question number 8. And that was Ipanema Beach. The song I was looking for was The Girl from Ipanema, a really famous bossa nova song, The Girl from Ipanema. Number 9, 3 works of art, all worth half a point. Let's reveal the artists. Here we have them. Paul Cézanne was the artist for the first lovely piece. And next up we had Hokusai. And the man in the middle, the man, the myth, the legend, Happy Little Trees by none other than Bob Ross. So Paul Cézanne, Hokusai, and Bob Ross. On to our connection for number 10. 3 movies, what did they all have in common? Well, it wasn't in the titles this time around. It was actually a fact about all 3 of these films. They're all based on a graphic novel or a comic. So whether you put comics or graphic novels, anything along those lines will earn you the point. So we had V for Vendetta, we had 300 and Ghost in the Shell, and these all started out as comics or graphic novels. This gives us a grand total of 12.5 points that were waiting to be earned, potentially. I'll give you a minute to calculate your score before we then go into the first big break, but use this time to jot up your score so you can share it with us on the chat. Okie-doke, I hope you managed to calculate your score. I'm seeing mixed scores rolling in, so some teams have scored as high as 10 points. That's amazing, guys. I'm also seeing 1.5. Sorry, I guess this wasn't your round, but I hope you will enjoy the next one a bit more. We're going to take a 6-minute break, and we are very excited about the round coming up after that. So see you in exactly 6 minutes from now. Welcome back, everybody. Before we move on to our next round, I would like to thank everyone who's already contributed this evening. Quite a few teams have already chipped in, and everyone who has chipped in during our previous quizzes. We've been lucky enough, and now I can officially say this, to literally receive contributions from every continent, and the messages you guys write to go along with them are just heartwarming. So to all of you who have become our regulars for the quiz, and to all of you first-time players, I'd just like to say thank you so much. Also for the cool messages. People write things like, your quiz is the highlight of our week. Guys, you have no idea how much that means, because we do put a lot of time and effort into making it as fun as we possibly can for you guys. So the payment link, it remains active, so you can contribute at any time. Even if you're rewatching the quiz, it remains open, and a lot of people have been chipping in as well after a rewatch, so that's really great to see. If you're new to the quiz and you're like, what's this all about? Let me quickly explain. So what we normally say is, people, when taking part in a public quiz, they will chip in a few euros or a few dollars as a contribution. And we hope that if you enjoy our quiz, you will do the same thing out here in the digital realm. We're really hopeful that if everybody who can chip in indeed does, we'll be able to keep hosting these quizzes for you every other week. So let's say you're on a team of 5, you might consider paying €3 each, for example, and making a €15 team contribution. If you're a team of students and you can't afford quite that much, no problem, you can pay less. Or if you're on a team that can afford to pay more and you want to, we have quite a few of those as well. It's much appreciated. And if you can combine your contribution as a team, that is particularly amazing, because it saves us a lot in transaction fees. So that's our story. Please consider it if you want us to keep making these quizzes for you. And without further ado, let me take you on to round number 3. And this is a special themed round that we have prepared for you. And I'll tell you something interesting before actually going into this round. I'm looking at my answer sheet. This is the wrong sheet entirely, but never fear. I think I have the right one here. Yes, I do. Whew, crisis averted. So this round is all about vowels. There's one vowel and one vowel only that is used in all 10 of the answers. So it could be an A, an E, an I, an O, or a U. That's for you to discover. But once you're certain that you're on the right track, you can use that, of course, to your advantage, because all of the answers will only include that one vowel. So that should help you make some tough decisions along the way. So I hope you enjoy this round. It is 10 questions coming your way. Grab a fresh answer sheet. Here's number 1. A 2009 film directed by this man broke countless records. It remained the highest grossing film worldwide for nearly a decade. A sequel has been nearly completed, but it looks like we'll have to wait until December of 2022 before we finally get to see that movie. After that, we can look forward to a further 3 sequels, though, as the filmmaker has already announced he's planning on turning it into a series of 5 films. Which record-shattering movie have I just described? So it's a 2009 film directed by this man, and it broke countless records. Which movie could that be? On to question number 2. This football stadium was built especially for the 1950 FIFA World Cup. Almost 200,000 visitors saw the national team lose from Uruguay in the final. 2-1 was the final score. Nowadays, it is mainly used for matches between the major football teams of Rio de Janeiro. What is the name of this stadium? So a football stadium built especially for the 1950 FIFA World Cup. What is its official name? On to question number 3. What is the SI-derived unit of pressure? It was named after the man you see next to me here, a French mathematician and physicist living in the 17th century. So can you tell me the name of the SI-derived unit of pressure? And straight into question 4 we dive. For this one, I'm interested in the name of a particular ecosystem. Which ecosystem is described as a woodland grassland region with trees being sufficiently widely spaced so that the canopy does not close? Approximately 20% of Earth's land area makes up this ecosystem, mainly in Africa, but also in North America, Australia, and even in Europe it can be found. What name am I looking for? On to question 5. In the folklore of many Slavic countries, including that of Russia, Ukraine, and Belarus, this character is an old woman with supernatural powers. She's often described as living in a hut that stands on chicken legs. She appears in hundreds of stories, and her name is also used in the movie John Wick to refer to the title character. That may help a few of you out as well. There's a little bonus clue in there for you. So can you name this old woman from Slavic folklore? Next up, we're going to have a peek at a cross-section of a volcano. And as you can see, there's a little red box at the bottom there where we've covered up one crucial word. We're going to blow up this image for you in a second, of course. My question is, which word have we covered up in this cross-section of a volcano? Let's have a closer look, and I'll give you some time to debate this answer. On to number 8. Number 7. Following the prehistoric breakup of the supercontinent Gondwana, the world's 4th largest island split from the Indian subcontinent around 88 million years ago. And that allowed native plants and animals to evolve in relative isolation. Consequently, it's a biodiversity hotspot now. Over 90% of its wildlife is found nowhere else on Earth. Can you tell me what is the world's 4th largest island? For question number 8, I'd like to know the name of this female British pop trio. It consists of Sarah Dallin, Siobhan Fahey, and Karen Woodward, and it was mostly successful in the 80s. Some of their hit singles are Cruel Summer, Robert De Niro's Waiting, and Love in the First Degree. They even had a #1 hit in the United States with a cover of the shocking blues song Venus. What is the name of this trio? For number 9, I'm looking for a word of unknown origin. Its first occurrence is in the 2nd century work of Serenus Sammonicus, according to the Oxford English Dictionary at least. It's an incantation used as a magic word in stage magic tricks, and historically it was believed to have healing powers when inscribed on an amulet. So this word of unknown origin, its first occurrence is in the 2nd century works of Serenus Sammonicus. Which word might that be? Last but not least, here comes question 10. What is the largest city of Morocco? It's located on the Atlantic, and the metropolitan region has over 4 million inhabitants. It's regarded as the economic and business center of the country. So what is the largest city in Morocco? Right, everyone. I sincerely hope you've all figured out which vowel you wanted to include in all of your answers, because I'm hoping it made your lives a bit easier on this round. I'll give you a bit more time to finalize your answers before I then reveal what they should have been. Okay, I hope you're all ready, because it's time to reveal the answers for round 3. Swap sheets if you're in a local competition, because here they come. So, first up, we kicked off the round with that gentleman, you may remember. It was 10 points, by the way. A grand total of 10 points, 1 point each for every question. The answer was Avatar. The man was James Cameron. Oh, I'm going through these very quickly here. What's going on? Okay, I'm just going to show them all to you one by one, because I realized something went horribly wrong in automating this round, but never fear, I'll talk you through them slowly, and then we're all going to have them on screen in a bit. So for number 2, the football stadium, that was the Maracanã Stadium. The SI-derived unit of pressure is named after that French mathematician and physicist. That was Blaise Pascal, so Pascal. The ecosystem, you can put them back on, Bob, thank you, because we've got the miniatures now. That actually makes it a little bit easier. The ecosystem is a savanna. The character from Slavic folklore, that is Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga, I certainly grew up with those stories. The cross-section of a volcano, the word that had been covered up was magma. The prehistoric breakup of the supercontinent Gondwana caused Madagascar to break off, so that was our answer for number 7. For number 8, the British pop trio was Bananarama. For number 9, the word was abracadabra. And for number 10, the largest city of Morocco is Casablanca. So you probably figured out the vowel was an A on this round. They all had A's and only A's as the vowel. And if you were thinking Rabat on that last one, it is the capital, but it's only the 7th largest city, by the way. So maximum score of 10 points. I'll blow this up so you can have a better look at all 10 of those answers and calculate your score. Okay, guys, I'm seeing some really high scores on the chat. I am pleased to see that. You guys did well on this round overall. Before I take you on to our next round, which is another mixed bag one, we have some team photos lined up that we can share with you. Edwin has been hard at work collecting as many as he could. So let's have a look. Who do we have here? Coast to Coast from Canada and the Quizly Bears from the Netherlands. And you even have bears. Hi, guys. Wow, great looking teams. Who else do we have? Team Euro Badgers. We know these guys from Austria, Ireland, and Germany. Who else? Team FTL from a whole bunch of different countries. And the Limoncellis playing from Eindhoven. Hi, guys. You look like you're having a great time. Pleased to see that. The Crimeans from Poland. Welcome, guys. Welcome on the show. And who else do we have? Dianda, my old classmates, whom I haven't seen in years. Hi, I hope you're well. And Team Mandy turns 30 from the Netherlands. Congratulations, Mandy. I hope you're having a great birthday bash. Who else do we have? It is Big Bag Theory, all the way from Sofia, Bulgaria. I hope you guys are having a great time. We also have the Wolfgangs from Germany. As you can see, a very young quizzer in the house. Hi, David. Hi, Wolfgangs. And the Quizzards of Oz, all the way from Belgium. And who else do we have? Wow, a whole lot of nationalities. What a creative way of showcasing that, guys. Team Pupa, well done. In Denmark. So that was our team pictures for this round. We're going to do one more batch later on. And guys, if we don't show yours, please don't feel bad. There's so many to show that we have to make a selection. If you make it stand out, you stand a better chance, of course, of being included. So here comes your next round. We're going to play round number 4 now. And this is another mixed bag round. General knowledge. For question number 1, it's not an anagram this time, but it is to do with a mystery word. My question to you is this. What 8-letter word was chosen by the Collins Dictionary as the word of the year 2020? So what 8-letter word did Collins Dictionary select as their word of the year for 2020? On to question number 2. For all you literature buffs out there, here is a question for you. We're about to give you 3 first lines from different novels. Famous novels, each and every one of them. Can you name the book for each opening line? Let's have a look. Here we have them. Line A is, it is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife. And then we have book B, all happy families are alike. Each unhappy family is unhappy in its own way. And novel C, someone must have made a false accusation against Joseph K., for he was arrested one morning without having done anything wrong. So I'll let you reread these. Try and name the book which opens with each of these lines. On to question number 3 we go, which is another find the connection one. So once again, I have 4 pictures and there is a one-word connection to be found. One word or one term, what connects them all? Let's have a closer look. On to question number 4. This Formula One driver surprised everyone by winning the 2020 Italian Grand Prix in September of this year. By winning, he became the first French driver to win a Grand Prix race since Olivier Panis's victory in the 1996 Monaco Grand Prix. What is his name? And which team is he part of? So for half a point each, can you tell us his name and which team he is part of? We're going not to an audio question. I came up with another video one this time that I wanted to share with you. We're going to show you 3 short clips, and I'm interested in 2 things. First off, I would once again like the connection between these 3 short videos. And then once you've managed to figure out the connection, can you also tell me, for a bonus question, what is missing to complete this connection? So you can easily make the connection if you figured out the meaning of all 3 videos. But then once you have, you'll also be able to figure out what is missing. I'm going to show it to you now. Hopefully it will all become clear then.
Killers escape from an insane asylum. That's not the way it goes. The boy goes for help, and the girl stays in the car, and she hears this, like, scratching sound.
No, he's been decapitated. No, he was gutted with a hook.
What's wrong with you? Watch out!
On to question number 6. For this one, I have a metro map lined up for you. This is the metro for a capital city. Can you tell me which one? So the metro or subway, if you prefer, or tube, whatever you like. Which capital city is home to this particular metro? Let's blow it up so you can have a proper look at all the locations on the map. On to question number 7. There are 6 countries in the world with a name beginning with the letter B that have left-hand drive. So 6 countries starting with a B where they drive on the left-hand side. Bhutan and Barbados are 2 of them. So I'm giving you those already. They are out. Bhutan and Barbados. Can you name the remaining 4 countries? And one of them can be guessed from this image here. It's not just home to left-hand drivers, also to swimming pigs. So can you name the remaining 4 nations with left-hand drive and starting with a B? And while we're on the topic of animals, one more question coming your way. There is a surprising number of countries in the world who have chosen one or even multiple national animals. China has the panda, for example, and Uganda has the crane, which even features on the country's flag. Can you name the country which is represented by each of these animals? So these have all been selected as the national animal for one country. Which country is that? Meanwhile, I'm having to deal backstage with Naked Gun quotes being thrown at me. Perhaps you get the reference based on one of the animals we just saw. On to number 9 we go in the meantime. 3,840 times 2,160 is an example of which standard? 3,840 times 2,160 is an example of which standard? On to question number 10, which is yet another video one. We're going to take a little trip to a mystery country. We're going to fly around the country using a drone. Can you tell me which country we're flying around? That is the challenge, and we've sped up the images quite a bit, so do try to keep up. Okay, yet another set of 10 questions. You have bravely battled your way through. I'll give you a bit more time to finalize your answers, and then we'll go into revealing them. Hopefully that goes a bit more smoothly than last time. And high time that you swap answer sheets if you're in a local competition, because here they come, answers for round 4. Let's kick it off with the 8-letter word chosen by the Collins Dictionary as the word of the year 2020. And that was lockdown. For 1 point, lockdown, it beat out coronavirus, social distancing, and self-isolate, and even Megxit was considered, apparently. On to number 2, which was the one next to me right now, the quotes from books, or rather opening lines, and they were Pride and Prejudice, Anna Karenina, and The Trial or Der Prozess by Kafka, worth half a point each on all 3 of these. Dying to find out how many you guys got. Number 3, the connection between all 4 of the photos, and a lot of you were loving the Life of Brian image there. I was seeing all sorts of clever quotes on the chat from that movie. Biggest, dickest, Willis, Wadwick, and what did the Romans ever do for us, to name but a few. The connection was indeed Brian. We also had Brian from Family Guy, Brian May was in there, and Brian Cox, the physicist, was also in one of the photographs. Number 4, somebody was really pleased that we have a Formula One fan on the question writing team. It's certainly not me. I just try to get them right when I tell you about these questions. This is Pierre Gasly and Alpha Tauri. Scuderia Alpha Tauri is his team. So for half a point each on this one. The 3 short clips for number 5 should have led you to the connection seasons. Seasons was the connection, and the missing season was autumn or fall. We had Captain America, the Winter Soldier. We had Vivaldi's Spring, because we had a few requests for classical music. I thought this would be a nice way to incorporate that. And that other movie that we saw was I Know What You Did Last Summer. So everything but autumn or fall, depending on where you're from, was included. Next up, we had the metro map. This is the metro of Lisbon, Portugal. And then we went to the swimming pigs and the country, starting with a B. Well, let's find out which 4 countries have left-hand drive and start with a B. They are Bangladesh, Botswana, Brunei, and finally, the one with the swimming pigs is Barbados. Barbados. These swimming pigs can be found on Pig Beach, which is located on Big Major Cay, a beach on an uninhabited island in Exuma, the Bahamas. But it does get visited by tourists quite a lot, is my understanding. Number 8, I can see why. The animals, which country do they represent as one of the national animals for that particular nation? A is Australia, the emu. Next up, the Komodo dragon for Indonesia. Now, I think C, it's safe to say, was the toughest among these photos. The markhor, it's the national animal of Pakistan, where it's also known as the screwhorn or the screw-horned goat. And last but not least, the North American beaver from Canada, or at least it is the national animal of Canada. For number 9, 3,840 times 2,160 is an example of which standard? Well, my answer was this, 4K resolution. It refers to a horizontal display resolution of approximately 4,000 pixels. Digital TV and digital cinematography commonly use several different 4K resolutions. In TV and consumer media, it's the one I gave you. That's the dominant standard, whereas the movie projection industry uses 4,096 by 2,160. But Bob here, who is a bit more of an expert than myself, says that I should also accept Ultra HD. So you hereby have Bob's approval to also accept that if that is what you put down as your answer. So 4K or Ultra HD. And last but not least, the country we visited was beautiful Nepal. We went on a flight around Nepal. This round could have earned you a grand total of 12.5 points. So take a moment to jot up your score and do let us know on the chat how many you got. Hey guys, before we go into the break, I realized I made a little mistake where it said Barbados. That is one of the answers we already gave you when we started out the question. It was of course meant to say the Bahamas. Those little pigs are in the Bahamas, not in Barbados. My apologies. So if you did put down Bahamas, go ahead and award yourselves that extra half a point towards your grand total. And I will see you in exactly 6 minutes from now after the break. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, everyone. Time for part 3 of the quiz. I hope you guys are as excited for this bit as I am. So we're back for our final 2 rounds. I really hope you're still having fun. And as I told you guys earlier, but we always like to mention this quickly for all of our new players. We are in Eindhoven, the Netherlands, which is here on the map of the world. And it's a wonderful place. We really invite you to visit us sometime when it's a bit easier to do that, I suppose. So there's a great many cities in the Netherlands that are worth a visit. Amsterdam, Delft, Haarlem, beautiful Maastricht, Groningen, Rotterdam, to name but a few. I could go on and on. But don't forget lovely Eindhoven on your next visit to the Netherlands. We have a lot to offer all year round, and we would love to meet you guys in person someday. Now, at number 42, this is what we normally do. We host custom quizzing events, sometimes for really large audiences, such as this one. But of course, this year proved to be a bit different, which is why we're now online. And the lovely thing is we also do corporate events online. You see me doing a few of them right here. So what's a little bit different for our corporate events is that we use digital answer sheets, so we can get our feedback into the studio and share that with you as you're playing the quiz. And all of these quizzes are also fully customized. They're styled to match your corporate identity, and we include questions about your company. So perhaps that's something you want to consider for a future company event. In that case, do feel free to reach out to us and we can discuss the possibilities with you. I hope you're not aiming for too many more Christmas events, though, because we're happy to report that we have a great many bookings for December in place already. But for now, you're here to quiz some more, and that is what we're going to do, of course. We've got 2 more rounds to play. The final one is music, but this one is our answer smash. It's back by popular demand. Our regulars will know exactly what's about to happen, but if you're new, never fear, allow me to explain it. So here is an example question. We've got an American breakfast dish meets Sherlock Holmes. That would be the question. And then in this particular case, the answer would be Eggs Benedict Cumberbatch. So usually it is 3 words with 1 in the middle overlapping for the 2 answers that then make up your big combined answer. But it can also be more words. So here, for example, we have 90s girl band meets Cyndi Lauper hit song, and that would be Spice Girls Just Wanna Have Fun. So hopefully that gives you a clear idea of what is about to happen. Answer smashes, so there's 2 things that you need to combine, and there's always an overlapping word in the middle there. So let's get you started on the answer smash round. Your first question is this one. The South Korean politician and diplomat who served as the 8th Secretary General of the United Nations meets an event that took place on several occasions, including very famously on July 20th of the year 1969. So we've got a Secretary General of the United Nations meeting an event that took place on several occasions, including July 20th of 1969. On to question number 2. The English translation of the motto associated with the 3 Musketeers meets an English-Irish pop boy band formed in London in 2010 following their participation on The X Factor. On to question number 3. An epic franchise launched in 1977 by George Lucas through the eponymous film meets a series of English civil wars for the throne between the rival houses of York and Lancaster. On to question number 4. A 1904 opera by Giacomo Puccini meets a concept from chaos theory, which states that a small change in one state of a deterministic nonlinear system can result in large differences in a later state. On to question 5. A film in which Javier Bardem plays the character Anton Chigurh meets the Australian rock band best known for their smash hit Down Under. On to question number 6. The famous building constructed from 1887 to 1889 as the entrance to the 1889 World Fair meets the historic castle which is home to the crown jewels of the United Kingdom. On to number 7. A popular TV series depicting the lives of the aristocratic Crawley family and their domestic servants in the post-Edwardian era meets the 11th studio album by the Beatles. Question 8. The 6th novel in the Harry Potter series meets a popular video game franchise about a royal from ancient and medieval Iran. On to question 9. An American rock band from Nashville, Tennessee, in which the band members are all related to each other, meets Russian revolutionary and politician who was assassinated in Mexico in 1940. And last but not least, here's question 10. A 2001 American war drama miniseries dramatizing the history of Easy Company of the 101st Airborne Division meets the German duo behind a collection of German and European folk tales, including Hansel and Gretel, Beauty and the Beast, and Snow White. And that concludes our Answer Smash. I hope you enjoyed playing it as much as we enjoyed making it. We had great fun, and we also included a few suggestions from players, once again, who sent in their suggestions through Facebook, among other media. I'll give you a bit more time to finalize your answers, and I'll see you on the other end once again. All right. I see Christopher on the chat says, I got 10 out of 10. Without even hearing the answers, he's completely convinced. Well, I'm happy for you, Christopher. I'm going to give them to you anyway, though. Swap sheets if you're in a local competition. Here they come, the answers for round 5. First one I was looking for is Ban Ki-moon landing. Ban Ki-moon landing. Moon landing being, of course, that event which took place on July 20th of 1969, among other dates. For number 2, the motto meets the boy band, one for all and all for One Direction. Fun fact, unus pro omnibus, omnes pro uno is a Latin phrase that means one for all for one. You guessed that. It's the unofficial motto of Switzerland as well. The epic franchise meets English Civil Wars for number 3 was Star Wars of the Roses. Star Wars of the Roses. And next up, the Puccini opera and that concept from Chaos Theory. I was looking for a Madame Butterfly effect on this one. And you only get the point if you got both of the elements here. That is the trick of the Answer Smash round. So it's 1 point per correct answer. For number 5, the Javier Bardem film meets Australian rock band. That would be No Country for Old Men at Work. Courtesy of Yo of Team Anchas Patat, who gave us so many suggestions. I could fill like 5 quizzes with them, guys, and there were a lot of great ones, so thank you so much. Next up, we had that famous building constructed from 1887 to 1889, and it meets a historic castle that was the Eiffel Tower of London, courtesy of Alain, a member of Team Brand X. For number 7, the popular TV series depicting the lives of the Crawley family meets a Beatles album that was Downton Abbey Road. Downton Abbey Road for the next point. And for number 8, the 6th novel in the Harry Potter series series is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. And the total answer should have been Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince of Persia, which is that game we were looking for. For number 9, the band was Kings of Leon meets Leon Trotsky. So Kings of Leon Trotsky. And finally, for number 10, we were in search of the Band of Brothers Grimm. So do let us know on the chat how many points you got. So we already saw the perfect 10 from Christopher. Zdravko is claiming to have 765 points already. That's quite a few points. Well done. I don't know how you are counting, Zdravko, but keep up the good work. Now, before we move you on to the next round, it's time to share some more team photos with you. Boys, are you ready with the team photos? Great. Let's have a look at them. I can't wait to see where you guys are playing from. This is the Band of Brothers Think of Something. Haha. Very nice. Nice. Big, happy-looking team. Who else do we have? We have Quizlamic State from South Africa. Hi, guys. And the Quarantine from Malta. Of course, you guys are back. Hi. And the Polska Finches from Poland. Welcome on the show, everyone. We also have the COVID survivors in the house. Hi, from Poland as well. That was covered up on my screen here. Very nice. Who else do we have? Team next from Czechia. Dobrý večer. Team Neubit from the Netherlands. Where is Jura from Croatia? And Fendi Ganget from Sweden. Hi, everybody. Oh, I love all these team photos. Who else do we have? Team Willemsvaart, I see, from Belgium. And Kangaroo from Germany. Welcome on the show, guys. More photos still, no fucking chance. I know you want me to say it that way. Jersey, Channel Islands, how cool. And why so serious? Stockholm, Belgium. Harry Potter fans, maybe? Why not from Bulgaria is in the house once again. Welcome back, guys. And the big Babechu group, the Netherlands and Germany. We also have Chep Team from the UK and the Netherlands. Welcome on the show. And that concludes our team pictures. We tried to show you as many as we could without running until midnight Netherlands time. So if you didn't make the cut, don't give up. Next time we will try to feature yours, I'm sure. So on to our final round in a moment, but first I need to let you calculate your score. I forgot to do that, so I'll do it now so then you can share it with me on the chat, although quite a few teams have done that already. Right, everyone, time for our final round. As always, we're going to finish on music. We have 10 songs lined up for you in this Come Rain or Shine round. This week, all of the songs have a weather theme, so you can use that fun fact to your advantage, I hope. What we want, as always, is a song title and a performing artist on each of these clips. So it could be a solo artist, could be a band, either or. You get half a point for each correct song title and half a point for each artist. So 10 points waiting to be picked up on this final round of the day. Now, last time we repeated the clips for you, but sadly YouTube is not a great fan of us doing that. They're okay with us using material, quoting it to make a quiz, but then when we repeat it, it becomes a bit trickier. So sadly, I can't replay this round for you. Because we might run into some trouble along the way. But hey, feel free to rewind the music round for yourselves if you want to replay the songs. That's the best we can do, sadly. So I'm not going to do any talking. I'm just going to let them play for you. You get to listen to each clip once and only once, unless you rewind it later. And then it's going to go into the miniatures and give you a bit more time to finalize your answers as a team. Best of luck. Don't forget, title and artist is what we're looking for, and I'll see you on the other end once again.
When it's killing me, when will I really see all that I need to look inside? Come to believe that I better not leave before I get my chance to ride. When it's killing me, what do I really need? All that I need to look inside. Hey, oh. Her body close to me, can't look in her eyes. She's out of my league. Just a fool to believe I have anything she needs. The weather is sweet here. Make you wanna move your dancing feet now. When the morning gather the rainbow. Rooftop birds are feeding, no deceiving, nothing up my sleeving, no teasing. I need you to get up on the dance floor. Get that man what he asking for. Cause I feel like busting loose and I feel like touching you. And can't nobody stop the juice. So baby, tell me what's the use? I said. Someday you'll pay the price, I know. I've seen it before, it happens all the time. You're closing the door, you leave the world behind. You're digging for gold, you're throwing away a fortune and feelings, but someday you'll pay. Sun is shining in the sky. There ain't a cloud in sight. It's stopped raining. Everybody's in the play. And don't you know, it's a beautiful new day.
What do we have here now? On the ride or die. La da 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 da. Penitentiaries is packed with promise makers. Never realized the precious time that bitch niggas is wasting. Institutionalized, I live my life a product made to crumble. Much too hardened for a smile. Way too crazy to be humble.
If you give this man a ride, sweet family will die. Killer on the road.
Kids were laughing in my classes while I was scheming for the masses. Who do you think you are? Dreaming about being a big star. They say you're basic, they say you're easy. You're always riding in the backseat. Now I'm smiling from the stage while you were clapping in the no.
Okay, that concludes the music round. If you rewinded me, you may be running behind a little, but you'll get to this point eventually where I reveal the answers for this round. Let's have a look at them. So your max score was, of course, 10 points, and here they come, the answers. First up, it was the Red Hot Chili Peppers with Snow. So half a point for Snow, half a point for Red Hot Chili Peppers. Next up for number 2, it was Patrick Swayze, She's Like the Wind. And you know what quote that reminds me of? Nobody puts baby in the corner, right? Dirty Dancing. Well, you know what, guys? Nobody puts baby Stella in the corner either. If you're like, what is she talking about? Well, someone just said on the chat, hey, we haven't seen a photo of baby Stella. And baby Stella has actually made a regular appearance on every last edition of the quiz, starting with the one where she debuted at 8 days old at her very first quiz. And Stella is now 3 months, is it, Edwin? 3 months old, and here we have her. We had to rectify that mistake, of course. Hi, baby Stella. We love to see you growing up on the quiz. And we certainly didn't want to miss out on that opportunity to keep our Stella streak going. So that's been rectified. Back to the answers for the music round. We had Bob Marley featuring Funk Star Deluxe, Sun is Shining. A little remix there. If you got Bob Marley, that's fine by me. Go ahead and award yourselves half a point there. Next up, we had Nelly, Hot in Here. Nelly's Hot in Here, also worth half a point each, of course. For number 5, it was Foreigner with the song Cold as Ice. So half a point for Foreigner, half a point for Cold as Ice. For number 6, ELO, the Electric Light Orchestra with Mr. Blue Sky. For number 7, it was Hail Mary, a bit of hail in our weather round as well, by Tupac. One of his bigger hits, I believe. And for number 8, It was Sandstorm by Darude. I'm really sorry, I couldn't resist having this terrible, terrible song on the music round. For number 9, we had Riders on the Storm by The Doors. And finally, for number 10, it was Thunder. There was a bit of thunder in the weather round as well, courtesy of the Imagine Dragons. So your total maximum score on today's quiz was 65 points, guys. I can't wait to find out how many points you got on the chat. Don't forget to share your final result with us because we're dying to find out. And the QR code slide is going to stay on the screen after the quiz has ended. You can use that to share your score with us and make it official. Very important, though I love to see your scores on the chat. If you want to be part of that global ranking, then please don't forget to also make it official through this link. And we had 184 teams last time, so let's try and see if we can knock it past 200 this time. That would be amazing. So the ranking is going to be published on Monday. That means you have about 36 hours after this quiz has initially aired to submit your score if you want it to be included in that global online ranking, which will be shared on our socials as well as our website. You can use the same link to make a contribution as well. Quite a few teams have done that already. Thank you so, so much. If you haven't done so yet, or if you're rewatching this show later on, you can use the link. It remains active, and we really appreciate your support, guys. Please let us know in the comments section how you got on, how you enjoyed yourselves, and if you can spread the news to more players around the world so they can join the fun, that would be amazing as well. Please also like and subscribe. Don't forget to do that to our YouTube channel so you can stay updated on all of our upcoming events. And I'm pleased to announce that, of course, December 5th had already been announced, but I can tell you that December 19th has also been added to the list of events. It's going to be a very busy month for us, but we didn't want to miss out on a holiday-themed version of the quiz. So on December 19th, we are also going to have a quiz. That's now been confirmed for you guys. So that's it from us. I can't believe how we flew through 6 rounds there, guys. From the studio here in Eindhoven, it's high time for the whole crew to say goodbye. I hope you had a great time. We certainly had a lot of fun making another quiz for you. So we look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks from now on December 5th. Bye, everyone.
to make time for your feelings, but you have to admit I already do. Let's just break it down to you and me uptown, dancing all around till the disco ball pops. But I have to be me, and everyone can see your anger is misplaced, and I'm gonna tell you, don't hate me 'cause I get attention. Don't turn me into what I'm not. I have to be me 24/7, and I ain't never gonna stop. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no. No, oh, oh, oh. And I ain't never gonna stop. Come on. Listen to me. I've tried so many times to tell you this is as good as I can be. Why isn't it enough to be faithful and also be the hit of the party? Let's just break it down to you and me uptown, dancing all around till the disco ball pops. But I have to be me, and everyone can see your anger is misplaced, and I'm gonna tell you, don't hate me 'cause I get attention. Don't turn me into what I'm not. I have to be me 24/7, and I ain't never gonna stop. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Never gonna stop. No, no,